We begin here this morning with that battle over that FBI seizure of documents from former President Trump's Florida home, with Trump now calling for the release of the unredacted affidavit behind the search.
The Justice Department is fighting to keep the affidavit under seal, saying that releasing it could jeopardize the ongoing criminal investigation that has potential implications for national security. Our senior national correspondent, Terry Moran, is in Washington with more for us. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, Robin. This morning, former President Trump is battling back against the Justice Department. He is demanding that the department release to him and to the public the underlying evidence and justification for the search at his Mar-a-Lago residence. It is a hardball tactic in this high-stakes struggle. This morning, former President Donald Trump is calling for the immediate release of the completely unredacted affidavit behind last week's FBI search of his Florida residence. But the Department of Justice wants that affidavit, a sworn document that provides justification for a search and thus a possible roadmap to the case, to remain sealed to protect witnesses in its investigation into Donald Trump's alleged mishandling of classified information.
They certainly don't want to put former President Trump or anyone close to him on notice of what they are looking at.
The Justice Department argues that publishing the affidavit would reveal specific investigative techniques and could even compromise their investigation. That investigation is a criminal probe with national security implications. DOJ revealing it has witnesses cooperating in this investigation and indicating that a grand jury is involved. Now, some lawmakers are also demanding answers. The top Democrat and Republican on the Senate Intelligence Committee have asked the Director of National Intelligence and the DOJ to provide the classified documents retrieved by the FBI, 11 sets in total, along with an assessment of potential risks to national security as a result of their mishandling at Mar-a-Lago. The Democratic chairs of the House Intelligence and Oversight Committees requested a similar assessment. Sources tell ABC News investigators are now scrubbing through security footage subpoenaed from Mar-a-Lago as they try to retrace the movements of these classified materials and determine whether the country's national secrets have been compromised. As a candidate, Donald Trump vowed to safeguard classified material.
In my administration, I'm going to enforce all laws concerning the protection of classified information. No one will be above the law.
But now, under investigation himself, he's changing his tune and his arguments. At first denouncing the raid as a political witch hunt, but then claiming that he had declassified the documents found at Mar-a-Lago anyway, some of which were marked SCI, that means from the most sensitive U.S. intelligence sources. Trump's also claiming that the FBI agents seized 3 of his passports during the raid. ABC News confirmed that's true, but all 3 have been returned and 2 were already expired. Amid attacks on the FBI by Trump and other Republicans, there has been an increase in threats and acts of violence towards law enforcement, including a Pennsylvania man who was charged Monday for threatening law enforcement officials in the days after the Mar-a-Lago raid, writing in one post, "My only goal is to kill more of them before I drop." Meanwhile, in Georgia, in an unrelated investigation into Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election, their prosecutors in Fulton County have told Rudy Giuliani, Trump's lawyer in those battles, that he is a target of the investigation, which means it is possible Giuliani could be indicted. Robin?
And Terry, the Trump's organization's longtime CFO, Alan Weisselberg, is due in court this week as well?
That's right, Robin. Alan Weisselberg was the chief financial officer of the Trump Organization, and he is expected to plead guilty this week to a felony charge stemming from what prosecutors say was a tax scheme within the organization. Now, it's unclear whether or not Weisselberg will testify against Trump, cooperate with prosecutors. He's one of the closest business associates of Donald Trump for decades. Right now, it looks like he'll plead guilty this week.
Robin? All right, Terry, thank you.